Ethereum also to have a nice pump. Let me just testing the sounds. Testing 1, 2, 3. Welcome to the Crypto Asia Show. If you guys are new, appreciate it. If you guys hit the like and subscribe and hit the follow button. If you guys are watching on TikTok, I do appreciate it. We're gonna get started here momentarily. I just want to make sure the sound is working. So the sound is working, and I just wanted to be sure of that. I'm watching for a bigger pump here on Ethereum. I did long the bottom today at 26.21 or something like that. I actually found a new coin on this new exchange called, what's it even called? Tech 100. So you can see I have a 2.3 Ethereum trade cooking right now over on BTCC, which is a new exchange that I started to use. And then I just opened up this new trade called Tech 100. It's the first time I ever traded it. I'm trading the 1 minute time frame, falling wedge, breaking up. Got a little bit of a move to the upside. So we'll see what happens. Market cap, I have no idea what it is. I just know it's pumping, and I wanted to long it because I saw a falling wedge in an uptrend, and that's usually pays. You're above the 200, so we'll see what happens. Right now, the price of the coin is almost $22,000. So again, we'll see what happens. It's interesting to say the least. I'm down 40 cents on the trade. If I lose this trade, I lose like $5. On this trade, I'm up 190. So we'll see what happens. My stop loss on Ethereum is at 26.95, below the last local low on the 1 minute. But let's break it all down. Let's look at the Crypto Fear and Greed Index first. Right now, the Crypto Fear and Greed Index is sitting at 71 in greed, so just be cautious. But again, until you're above 90, that doesn't really concern me. So moving on to Bookmap. Right now, Bookmap, let me just make sure it's up to date, so I might have to refresh this. Bookmap right now still has liquidity above us, though, nonetheless, even if it's not completely refreshed. Bookmap does have more liquidity, so on the right, you can see 112,000 has more liquidity than below us, and this is the daily. And then if you look on the weekly, you have a lot of liquidity up at 120. So to me, the most likely scenario is that we get that move to 112,000. And that's basically the all-time high. You have this bigger falling wedge here that's trying to get a breakout to the upside on the 4-hour time frame. The downsloping resistance line did break, and then when that happened, you broke to the upside. So we'll see what happens, but this was where it broke, and you got that bullish engulfing green candle, and that's also where you got back above the 4-hour 200-day moving average on the 4-hour time frame, and that was sitting at 105.3. Ever since you broke 105.3, you got a massive move to the upside. Thank you guys for the likes on TikTok. Cookie down, we'll see. I don't know what that is. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. But right now, I'm looking for more of a move to the upside. You have to understand that right now we are overbought. All the time frames from the 2-hour to about the 12-hour time frame are overbought. The daily is getting very close to being overbought as well, but you still have another 21 hours to go in that. So to me right now, let's break it down and see what's going on. 1-hour time frame has now had about 4 or 5 candles consecutively in a downtrend. So we'll see what happens. 33-minute is oversold. The 15-minute time frame as well in a nice flag. So I would just look at it like this, and this is what I would say for Bitcoin. It's likely that this breaks to the upside. You have more liquidity to the upside here on Bookmap, suggesting you get a nice move to the upside. The last time you oversold was all the way down there. That would give you your measure move, and that would be a very nice slow uptrend to about a new all-time high of 113,000. So the question of the night is, can this 15-minute time frame break out Monday night into Tuesday morning and get a new all-time high maybe Tuesday or Wednesday of $113,000? That's the question. These break up 68% of the time. This is a falling wedge. I like what I'm seeing with the moving averages. The 21 is coming into price action. The 200 is slowly getting closer, although you're still a little ways away on the 15. So you have multiple bullish things happening. You are in a falling wedge. That's a bullish pattern. You're above all key moving averages, the 21 and the 200. And you're in an uptrend. So, to me, there's 3 bullish things going on right now, and you're sitting nicely above support. I would be looking for a move to the upside. Also, Bookmap says we go up. So there's like 3 or 4 things right there that suggest we, at some point, get the bounce here for Bitcoin. So I'm going to call it right now. I see 113,000 coming this week and a slightly new all-time high coming here for Bitcoin. So this is what I would see. I believe, like, worst case scenario, Bitcoin goes back down to 108K for a bullish retest, and then you can bounce. But for right now, Bitcoin looks like it does want to get a move to 113K, probably by Wednesday or Thursday at the very latest, if this breaks to the upside. I would say if you lose 108K, then the bullish move to 113 is off. But for right now, that seems like the most likely scenario is maybe sideways or slightly down for a few more hours, but then sometime Tuesday midday when the stock market's back open, I would be looking for a bigger move back to the upside for Bitcoin out of this falling wedge on the 50-minute time frame up to approximately 113,000. That would be a new all-time high for Bitcoin of approximately $1,000. So we'll see what happens, but that's kind of where we sit right now for Bitcoin. So that's kind of my current situation. I'm probably now out of that trade, basically. Not quite. I'm still in the Ethereum trade, barely. But that's what I'd be watching for. Let me jump down to the 5-minute time frame. 5-minute loss to 200, so I still see a little more downside for Bitcoin. The 7-minute's doing the same thing. 10-minute and 15. My guess is Bitcoin does get a little bit more of a dip here. If that happens, I'll get out of this. I'll probably get out of these trades. So I'm still in the Tech 100 trade. Very small position. I thought it was bigger, but my stop loss was literally $10 from entry. So how much was this trade worth? It's worth 0.16. You times that by 21,946. The trade was worth $3,500, but my stop loss was only a $10 difference from where I entered to my stop loss. So we'll see if I don't get stopped out. That's pretty impressive. Now I'm out of that trade. So let me go back over here. Yeah, I'm out of that trade now. Okay, so yeah, for Bitcoin, I see a little more downside tonight, but I see more upside tomorrow. So super short term, I see more downside, but coming into tomorrow, I see a possible pump out of this falling wedge. But yeah, you're losing the key moving out. You're losing the 21 on the 10-minute. You're losing it on the 15-minute. I'm not giving you financial advice here, but you could enter a scalp short. You lost a 1-minute 200. The 2 minutes about to lose it. You could enter like a super, to me, this could be a nice place for a short down to the 3-minute 200 at 109, 148. Go heavy there. I don't know if I'd be willing to do that. I'm up nice on the day. I don't want to give it all back, but that's a possible short. I don't think I would take that. To me, the R&R probably isn't there, but that's probably something you could do because it looks pretty likely you continue down, at least down to the 15-minute 200. And we'll see what happens. So at least a minimum of another $400 to the downside. But again, tomorrow I see a bigger pump coming out of this falling wedge. You probably get to the bottom of the falling wedge, get a bounce back to the top, make a lower high on the smaller time frames, and do that for a while. And then maybe in the next 4 to 8 hours, you could get that bigger bounce back to the upside. So again, probably a move back down to minimum 109K. But from there, I would be looking for a bounce. If you don't bounce out off 109, 108 would be very strong support. Thank you for the likes on TikTok. And let me see. Someone requested. Oh, by the way, and I bought this because you got above the 4 hour 200. This is called Chris CRS. That is on the Nasdaq. Cookie D. I don't know what this is, and I think he already left. So I don't know what the ticker for Cookie Dow is. If you're still here, let me know. And now I got out of the trade at 26.95, and now Ethereum is starting to dump. And I mean, Ethereum is very extended. 15 is oversold, but you look at the half hour, that's a little extended still, 1 hour. And to be honest with you, this could be an interesting place for a short. You need to come back down to the 200 or at least to the 21 on Ethereum. That's sitting at about 25.55. That's another $100 move. I could see an easy short here back to the downside on Ethereum on the 4 hour time frame. Give it about 8 to 12 hours minimum, 8 to 16 hours for a short, and that could be a nice day trade or swing trade overnight. I might be tempted. I took this trade all the way up. Do I take it right back down on Ethereum, down to that 4 hour 200 minimum, or 4 hour 21, which is the blue line, which is again 25.52-ish and change. So we'll see what happens. I see downside coming for Ethereum. 1 hour is curving down, 2 hour curving down, 3 hour about to curve down, 33-minute. I mean, I don't know, man. I would be looking for a downside. You look at the 6 hour. I mean, to me, Ethereum's in a clear uptrend. I don't like shorting it, but I see a scalp coming on Ethereum, and I've been hitting it today. So I don't know, man. Do I take that trade? We'll see. My stop loss is 21,946. I do believe on this. Let me just see what my stop loss is. 21. I don't even see where my stop loss is. Anyways, whatever. Yeah. I see more downside coming for Ethereum. Ethereum's probably had a little bit of, I mean, that's a bloody candle. So we'll see what happens. I see a little bit of downside for Ethereum over the next 24 hours, probably minimum. So that is my update on Ethereum. That's my update on Bitcoin. I see more downside on Bitcoin and definitely a little more on Ethereum. And that's kind of where I leave us for the night. If you guys have requests for altcoins, let me know in the comment section below and I'll look at them. But that's kind of where I see crypto going over the next 24 hours. Of course, we'll be back on Saturday. If you guys are here, appreciate if you guys hit the likes. It does support the channel. But for right now, I mean, that's just what I see. I see downside for Bitcoin in general. And do I short that 200? I don't like shorting when you're above the 200-day moving average. But that is tempting to say the least because Ethereum, it looks like you're probably due for a pullback. I mean, you've been basically going straight up ever since 2465. I was looking for 2770 on Ethereum, but honestly, if you don't hit that, I still made 170 bucks on Ethereum today on a very small account. So we'll see what happens. I see downside for Ethereum into tomorrow morning. So Cookie, what is Cookie? Is that the ticker? Yeah, let's go look at Cookie. I don't know what this is, but I'll start on the daily time frame. So the daily doesn't even have a 200. The 12-hour does have a 200-day moving average, sitting at 16. What is this? I mean, good lord, what is this? So support at 14.4, support at 6.7 cents. I would say resistance at 27 cents. Jumping down to the 8-hour time frame, you're above the 4-hour 200. Barely, which is coming at 21.5. Yeah, I don't know what this is. That's around the top of the 1 hour. 15 lost to 21. 33 minute about to do the same. So this is making lower highs, at least on the 4 hour, even though you're above the 200. So that is a falling wedge. I gotta say that myself, though. So I don't love what I see. You're at like the top of the channel. I could see this happening one more time, come back down to the bottom, make a lower low, and then get a possible breakout if it does even break out to begin with. This is a falling wedge. These break out about 80% of the time. But just be cautious here. This looks sketchy to me. But measure move, if it does break out, is 41 cents. But again, I could see a bigger move coming back down to the downside. Again, at least probably one more time. So you know, I could see that coming back down, and then you get the bounce back to the upside. That's just a possible idea I see. Just be cautious. Dow right now looks like a short. Cookie looks like a short. I see a lot of the market getting at least a correction into tomorrow morning. But that's my update on Cookie. I don't know what it is. That's my very quick down and dirty update. Let's go back to this. I'm going to put this over here. I'm still in the trade down. I'm up 8 cents now. It's been sideways for the last few minutes. Now we're up 32 cents again. Very small position. Should I double down? That's the question. Probably won't. It's a very low risk trade based on my stop loss and everything else. Very, very low risk. So we'll see what happens. Yep, we'll see what happens. So if you guys have requests for other altcoins, let me know in the comment section below. Thank you for the follow, Slime World. I appreciate it. You're very welcome, my Island Boy 303. Very welcome. So, again, we'll see. I see a pump coming here for whatever this new crypto is. If you guys are looking to trade, it's on Bitcoin, BTTC. I don't know what this is. It's a new exchange I'm using. It's an exchange where you can trade crypto and the NASDAQ, so I like it. And I'm tempted to actually double down in this position, but do I do that? No, I'm already up a lot today. I don't know if I should do that. I started this account a week ago at 200 bucks. Now it's almost up to 500. I don't know, man. I'm not going to short Ethereum either. I'm just going to tell you right now. I'm not going to short it, but I do see a move coming to the downside. Here's the thing. If Bitcoin wants to continue ripping tonight, which I could easily see happening, Ethereum's going to do the same thing. And I don't short when you're above the 4-hour 200 on any asset. Very, very, very rarely. When I do it, it doesn't go well. So I'm only going to take high probability trades or very, very, very low risk trades with high upside. That's exactly what this trade is on whatever this is. So let's see what happens. It's a $3,500 trade I have right now. So if this coin were to double overnight, then I would make 3,500 bucks. That'd be pretty crazy, actually. On an account I started at $200. I don't see that happening. Yeah, I don't know what this is, though. I will be honest about that. I don't really care what it is if I can trade it, make money though. So again, I'm still long on Tesla, and I did buy CRAS token or stock this morning. But Tesla to me, let's go back and see what Tesla's doing. Is Tesla doing anything interesting? Not really. In fact, that's actually bears. You lost a 200-day moving average on the 4-hour. Now you're back to make a lower high. And actually, at this point, I see Tesla dumping even more. Do I get out of my Tesla trade or just hold on to that? And I don't know, man. I think Tesla's a good long-term hold. But I'm not sure what short-term Tesla looks like. You could be making a lower high, getting rejected off of the resistance at $327, and then possibly continuing back to the downside at 267. So I'm not going to sell. I got in at 350 or something like that, so I'm not going to sell. But I will say that it does not look fantastic to me. I got in at 346, so we'll see what happens. Tesla doesn't look great to me. I actually see more downside for Tesla if you can't break 328. So if you guys have requests for other altcoins, let me know in the comment section below and I'll look at them. But that's kind of my update on. That's kind of my update right now on the market. I just see more downside, unfortunately. I see more downside right now for Bitcoin. So it is what it is. I just see more downside, and but I could be wrong. Bitcoin, again, I see downside for the night. Tomorrow morning, I see a possible move coming to 112 or 113. So, again, super short term, I see a downside. But tomorrow and Wednesday, I see a bounce probably to new all-time highs for Bitcoin. If that happens, Ethereum is going to follow. So, I'm just watching the 1-minute time frame on Ethereum right now at this point. If you get back above the 1-minute 200, you can look for a long. Here's my problem now. Even if that happens, that still could be considered a bear flag. That could start the dump lower. So, I'm not going to long. I'm probably done trading Ethereum for the night. That has a bear flag on the 1 minute with a measure move of 26.56. So to me right now, it makes sense to just be out of all trades, at least on Ethereum. Again, I don't know what this is, but this looks like it's going to rip up to 22.040, probably later on tonight. I don't know what this is, but that's what it looks like it's going to happen. So I'll be back live Saturday. If you guys would like to join my trading group where I post Bitcoin and altcoin setups, like the Ethereum long I took earlier today, you can click the book watermark in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen. Otherwise, the link to join is on my TikTok page. You go to my Patreon and go from there. If you would like to just join my Telegram to get notified when I go live or ask me general questions, you can do that through my X page. But beyond that, I'm not going to shill it anymore. I just want to let you guys know those are the ways to join if you want to get more involved. But yeah, that's kind of what I see. I see this is a bear flag. My guess is you actually just bounce back to the upside on Ethereum. Ethereum is pretty bullish right now. One thing I do want to look at before I get out of here is Ethereum Bitcoin. How is Ethereum performing compared to Bitcoin? And right now, you did shortly lose a 200 on that asset, but again, you're getting right back above it. And you're breaking out of this falling wedge here that I see with a measure move of 26 cents, 27 cents. So to me, you lost it and now you're right back above it. So that's a lower high though on the 4 hours. So ETH Bitcoin must break, I would say. Like right now, you have made consecutive lower highs. You need a minimum break right here at 25.5 or minimum 26 really. So to me, ETH Bitcoin is sketchy and it looks like Bitcoin could start to take over the market again if ETH Bitcoin does not get a move back above 25.5. But for right now, that is, yeah, it doesn't look great to me right now. ETH Bitcoin doesn't look as good as I thought it did. It really doesn't look good. And that could, again, be a reason you dump. So maybe we do dump. Based on the Ethereum Bitcoin chart, that actually just does suggest to me that we get a move to the downside on Ethereum. If that does happen, I would be looking to actually take that short. So to me, actually, Ethereum looks pretty sketchy for a short. I might have to scalp that really quickly and put your stop above the 1 minute 2. I'm going to short that. I'm shorting Ethereum right now because Ethereum just looks bad. So let's go see if we can do this really quickly. Okay. I want my stop loss to be at 26.93 on Ethereum. I'm going to put $200 in the trade. I'll put $205 in the trade. Stop loss is going to be 26.93. And let's see if I win this Ethereum trade in front of us. Down $3 immediately. But I want to make sure we have the stop loss in. We don't, so I might need to edit that. I don't know why the stop loss didn't get inputted. Put my stop loss at 26.94. And we'll see what happens. It's actually a pretty steep stop loss. But we'll see what happens. Yeah, so alright. We'll see what happens. That's a pretty risky trade, actually. But we'll see. We'll see if I give it all back. Nah, I won't give it all back. I mean, I was up $200 earlier today, so I can give up some of it back, but not all of it. All right, so that's my Ethereum short. I might just get rocked. My stop loss above the 1 minute 200, and we'll see what happens. So if you guys have requests for other altcoins, let me know in the comment section below, and we'll look at them. But yeah, that's kind of my update for Ethereum. As I see a short coming. Watch me just get wrecked here. I can't get wrecked. I have a stop loss in, but I could lose this trade right in front of you guys. We'll see what happens. If I don't see any requests, I'm going to wrap it up. I'll be back live Saturday at 9 p.m. Central Time. But we're going to see this here on the smaller time frames and go from there. Again, the bigger idea, I'm trading the 1 minute right now, but the bigger idea on the 4 hour for Ethereum is that it's going to probably pull back down to the 21 in minimum, down at 25.52. So how much? This is a 3 Ethereum trade. It's much bigger than the other one we just had in. If it does get the entire measure move to the downside, I'm going to put my stop loss or my take profit at 25.50. I don't know if we're going to be that lucky, but that means I would make $384. So it's basically a 5% drop to the downside. So we'll see what happens. Do I make that money or do I not? We'll see. So going back to Tech AI, that's kind of sideways. So, all right, guys, that's kind of my update. Thank you for the likes, Chevy. And let's go look at Ondo. Someone requested Ondo on TikTok. So let's go look at Ondo really quickly. Starting on the daily time frame, Ondo right now is above the 2 or is below the 4. Okay, Ondo's below the daily 200. I had this in a bear flag. Didn't really go down. Maybe a very little bit it did. 12-hour extended. 4-hour below the 200. So that's a higher high. I mean, I don't love what I see. You're below the 200 on the 4 hours, so I would be probably not. I probably wouldn't be in a trade on this. I would not be longing Ondo right now. Let me go back to the daily and see support and resistance. So if you stay below $1.04, you could assume you could go down to 60 cents. I don't see a clear direction right now on Ondo, though. So to me right now, I would not be in a trade on Ondo. Let me see if I see any patterns brewing here on the 15. Not really. Not really. That's around the top. I would just not be in Ondo. I see the next support being 60 cents if you can't reclaim $1.05. So, I mean, that's just Ondo in a nutshell. Let me see what the 1 minute on Bitcoin is doing. So, I'll probably lose a trade right here. That sucks. But anyways, that's kind of what we got going on. So maybe Ethereum now makes a rounded bottom and you just rip right back to the upside. We'll see. XCN, let's go look at XCN. XCN above the daily 200, that's a very good sign. 4 hours, same thing. No, actually you're below the 4 hour 200. If you don't reclaim 1.6 cents, I see the next top being 1.2 cents on XCN. So just be cautious on XCN. I would not be longing any asset unless you're above the 4 hour 200. That's a pretty simple strategy that I do use. If you break 1.6, then your next resistance is 1.8. But I would just look for like maybe around a top here. Right now you're overbought on the 4 hour time frame. That's a lower high if you can't get a bounce. If you can't break 1.6 cents, that's a lower high. And then I could be looking for 1.2 as your next support to the downside. So that's my update. XCN looks sketchy to me. And that's kind of what I see going on for XCN. The bear flag, even though it's sketchy right now, is technically still valid. But I could just, I mean, if you put it, here's the thing: if Ethereum puts in a higher high above 26.94, I'm out of the trade. So I'm looking for right now a few red candles here. If that doesn't happen, I lose probably $30 or something. I don't even want to look at this point. Anyways, it's fine. I'm up $200 on the day trading. If I lose 40 here, I'll still be up 150. So we'll see what happens. So that's my very scalpy short on Ethereum. That's all I got, guys. I'll be back live on Saturday at 9 p.m. Central Time. If you guys are new, appreciate it if you guys hit the likes or hit the follow. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, trade safe. Always use a stop loss like I did. Otherwise, you could get rocked and wrecked. With that being said, guys, that's all I got. I'll leave this screen up here for a little bit longer and see if I win this trade or not. But I'm going to get on out of here. And I'll see you guys on Saturday for the next live stream. The trend your friend until the end. Right now, the trend on most assets is to the upside. At least on Bitcoin and Ethereum, it is on the higher time frame. So just be cautious. But I see more upside here coming here for Bitcoin and Ethereum probably into Wednesday and Thursday for sure. Cheers and have a great night. Adios. Well, we'll see if I win this trade. Right now, it's not looking fantastic. I should have probably not entered this trade, but I was trading it on the 1 minute, not the 4 hours, so we'll see what happens. And so we'll see. I'll stay live and we'll see if I'm right or wrong. We're pretty close to being wrong, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Honestly, Bitcoin keeps bouncing to the upside here, which it actually looks like it's going to do. I'm probably going to definitely lose as an Ethereum trade, and I should have just stayed long or just entered a long right down here, but that's not what I did. And I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens in about 5 minutes. I would assume we either lose this or we don't. So I got in at like 26.78, so far it's not going very well. I got in probably at like right here before it started ripping. We'll see what happens. I'll stay live another 3 minutes and we'll go from there. I'm curious, does Ethereum have a book map? Let's go see if it does. We could look at that really quickly and see how that's looking. I don't know if it does. It used to, but it wasn't very good. I don't see one. It's okay. I was just curious. I'm down $27. I'm down $2 on that trade. But again, it says it's still low risk compared to what I've done. I'm only down $25. I was up 200 on the day, so I'll still be okay if I lose. I don't like losing, but I'll still be okay if I do lose. I'm still short. Obviously, you just saw it there. So we'll see what happens here. I'll be live another 2 minutes, so we'll see what happens. You know what? As long as you stay below the 2 minute, 1 minute 200, I'll stay short. The 2 minute, if we continue lower, the next support would be, or the next target I have is 26.59. That's almost a measured move. And then if you lose a 2 minute 200, you look for the 3 minute, and you understand how it goes from there. We'll see what happens. You need to make a lower low now below 26.80. Otherwise, I'm going to probably lose this trade. So we'll see. 1 minute hasn't gone oversold yet, so that gives me a little hope. But it's a 1 minute, so understand that. Yeah, we'll see what happens. All right, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm sure you'll see later. I don't think I have any viewers anymore, so you'll see at some point if I won or lost. But until then, I hope you have a great one. I'll see you guys Saturday at 9 p.m. Central Time. Until then, trade safe and have a great rest of your night. Adios. Why short? Stupid.